He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Here's McKinnon. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Hill shreds the tackle, and he's able to find Diggs. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
First carry of the game here for Matt Asiata. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run.
And it's a fumble, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Sanders has it over the middle. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen.
And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Le'Veon Bell. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Now McKinnon. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Back to throw now on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Here's Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Rudolph has it left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Blair Walsh for the Viking field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
Key 26, key 26. Green 18.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone, but today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They are big, they're strong, and they're extremely athletic, and they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Hill. He's got time. He's going to let this into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, So does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
He's going to go up top again. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Rodgers. A screen to Bell. A beautiful fake. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Packers. Le'Veon Bell, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Here's Hill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So here's the 5th-year man out of Georgia, Drew Butler, to kick it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. This is taken at the 18. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.